All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And those are the names of who the world ignorantly calls God, the Heavenly Father, and Jesus, the only begotten Son, all right? Who, by the way, only came for the Israelites, all right? So, which brings us to our discussion this afternoon is from the two clips that you've seen. Eve doesn't have a clue, okay? Eve, the so called black woman, along with the Latin and Native American, but particularly the so called black woman, doesn't have a clue, all right? So they were out prancing around their new Ridsbot robot that's supposed to be able to rids the people, which rids is a term for, flattering or smooth talking, okay? Now these two so-called black women that you saw was dancing on this robot while Juvenile Back That Ass Up song was playing. I had to turn the sound down so it wouldn't be strike for copyright. But the music that was playing was Back That Ass Up. All right? And that just goes to show you how much of a destroyed people we are. Okay? Because here it is, a time like none other is getting ready to face and take on the whole world. And Eve is worrying about backing her ass up on an inanimate object such as a robot. All right? And this is why this place has to be destroyed, okay? The men of the Lord are out here sighing and crying on the highway and hedges, all for Eve to just have her day, her Sunday brunch, and dance with a robot, okay? So this is Ecclesiastes 72. It says, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart." See? That's that's the that's the whole man's life is what? Feasting, having a good time on this side. We just want to have a good time to escape our miseries, to escape our reality, all right? I want to dance with the robot. I don't see no harm in doing that, okay? Well, the thing of it is, this robot isn't going to protect you from when all hell breaks loose, see? And this is right where Esau Edom wants our people, especially the women of our people, all right? In that trivial, jolly type state of mentality, all right? Let's just go out and dance with the robot, all right? No shame in your game whatsoever. So it says, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Verse 3, sorrow is better than laughter. See? We're not, those of us that are in the faith, we're not captivated by some damn robot walking around and being pranced out in the middle of these towns and cities for kicks and giggles, okay? We understand the times that we're living in, all right? And the times that's getting ready to present itself is going to be severe. We could care less about interacting with some goddamn Rizbot, all right? And even more, trying to dance with a Rizbot, okay? That just shows you what you seen was put on display of how much our people are destroyed. And if it wasn't Eve, it would have been Jake, okay? Which Jake and Eve is synonymous with Israelites, but we just, using those words, to show you in reference of the people of the Bible, which are so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? But the point still being, if it wasn't Eve dancing with a robot, it would have been a 2/3 ninja, trying to break it or take it or do something, all right? Our people are, quick to do evil, as it says, but to do good, they know no such thing. All right, what's that? Jeremiah 4 and 22. This is Jeremiah 4 in verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. See? They wise to do evil because why? The ways of this world is leading you to what? Sinning, which is evil in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? You know, you want to go out, have a Sunday brunch, well, which nothing in itself is wrong with that. But it's just the fact that you neglect or you don't even want to seek the Lord. All right? But then once all hell breaks loose, you expect the Lord to show up for you as if you've been seeking him while he may be found. Well, that's not how it works, okay? Call on that Rizbot. The way you was dancing up on him, throwing it back on him, call on him in that day of your calamity, all right? When you need food so that you can feed your children, or you need shelter so that you can sleep under without getting your head rained on by the outside elements or whatever else. Call on that robot, all right? See? It's all fun and games when everything seems to be going according to, good. But once these things start to show up and everything isn't going according to plan, because this man is getting ready to implode his system so that he can bring in his next phase, which is the mark of the beast, spearheaded by the RFID microchip, we're going to see if you're going to be backing that ass up then, all right? Which more than likely you will be all the way up into the line until you get chipped. All right. So jumping back over to Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 3, it says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. See, we're conditioning our heart right now, which is our mind, to what? Be conditioned to the times that's getting ready to come. It ain't going to be nothing nice that you're going to be out and about dancing on a robot, having Sunday brunch with your homegirls, or whatever else. The shit that's getting ready to hit the fan is going to make you get down on your knees and pray to the Lord, man. And he ain't going to hear you, all right? He's not going to hear you because why? You felt that you had better things to do than to listen to the man of the Lord, take heed, do what's asked of you, turn back and seek your power, and get right with the Heavenly Father. So when this time presents itself, you can be heard, all right? You wanted to go out, dance with your homegirls, dance on the robots, you see? And that may be a new trend, dancing on the robots, okay? And Eve is all for it, man, because there's no shame in Eve game, man. All right, you see how she looks when she leaves the house? She'll go out in public with what they call Daisy Dukes, all right, shorts that ride all the way up into her camel print. And you ask yourself, damn, how is you not ashamed to go outside showing everything like that? Because she ain't got a man. And if she did have a man and she went outside looking like that, he ain't no man. Okay, but see, this is what's expected here in Babylon the Great, all right? No shame in your game, okay? Do whatever you want. And I'm not saying just, small petite women. I'm saying Big Bertha as well. 400-pound women going out dressed like that. No shame in their game, all right? As if they're empowered. I'm empowered. I'm a strong, black, independent woman. I can wear what I want to wear and don't have to worry about being, criticized. This is the type of madness that this place creates, man. So it's not to be expected that they wouldn't have no shame in their game to dance with a damn robot, okay? All you got to do is back that ass up, and they don't care what they backing it up on. A robot, a deer, a police car, even the goddamn mark of the beast. They'll back it up on that. Okay? Because they have no shame in their game. And Esau Edom knows that. So it wouldn't surprise me if when they get ready to implement this mark of the beast, RFID microchip, that they have music playing in the background. Here in these detention centers, getting the people, hyped up and ready. Okay? So it says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. See? And this is why they have no clue of what's getting ready to come, all right? The mark of the beast, okay? MOTB. So if they don't see it now, it's more than likely that they ain't going to see it when it comes, okay? It says, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for men to hear the song of fools. And as I said, they was playing Back That Ass Up in both of those clips, okay? And what happened? The women gladly backed that ass up on that robot. But here it is, the men of the Lord, which is giving them rebuke according to wisdom, they don't want to hear it. Oh, y'all so-called black Hebrew Israelites, y'all hate white people. Y'all are a cult. Y'all are this, y'all are that. But as soon as they play Back That Ass Up, they'll dance all up on a robot. So it says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. You know, just play that song, pipe to us that music, that song, and we gonna dance. All right? Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Hosea 4 and 6. So this is Isaiah 24 in verse 10. Let's go to verse 7. It reads, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets cease. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the heart ceaseth. So it's coming a time where you ain't going to be out there having a good time, all right? Unless you took the mark of the beast, okay? That's the time we getting ready to come into, where in order for you to continue to play on this man's grid, you're going to have to take his device, his charagma. It says, the mirth of tabrets cease, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the heart ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song, right? They're not going to have a good time anymore, all right? Because here it is now. They can go out, drink wine, go to the club, listen to music, have a good time, be merry-hearted, you know, and think nothing of it, all right? Those times are coming to an end, all right? Where instead of you being heard of a song, you're going to hear of sirens, okay? That's going to be your song you're going to be hearing in the streets. Sirens, all right? That purge sirens, all right? You know the sound. It says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. So it ain't even going to be, you know, valuable to drink, because your strong drink is going to be bitter. You're not going to have a good time. You're not going to be able to drink your sorrows away as you can right now. So you can go out, go to a brunch, have a what do you call it, a mimosa, have you some Hennessy or whatever, and have a good time, laugh it up with your girls, you know, have a robot walk by and play that music, back that ass up and dance on it, and hey, enjoy the rest of your day. But the time is coming where a strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. You're going to feel all the pain, all the agony. Your drinking your sorrows away ain't going to help that in that time. It says the city of confusion is broken down. That's Babylon the Great. See, this place is getting ready to be broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in, and you're going to be left outside. Because why? You ain't going to come into these establishments, these businesses, without having a mark of the beast, okay? And they getting ready to shut all this shit down, man. We already seeing the shutdown now with the government going into the fourth week next Monday, or this Monday coming up. All right, here it is, the third week, and they're saying that there's no sign or sight of relief in sight, that this shutdown could be the longest shutdown ever in American history, and we pray that it does. It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. See, businesses are going to be going out of business pretty soon. Businesses that's, you know, being funded by the government is going to be shut down. WIC, SNAP, just to name a few. VA, Veterans Affair, you know, for all you individuals that served in the military, and many more, okay? All these is going to be shut down. It's going to have a profound impact the longer this thing lingers. And we hope it lingers forever until they get this chip up and running and made mandatory. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. And then you're going to be looking for answers. You're going to be looking for solutions. Where are those men that we saw on the streets that we call cults? You know, they're in a cult. You know, they don't want the black women to be empowered. Where are those men at? You know, the ones that you turned your nose up at. That you'd rather dance with a damn robot, all right, than giving heed and taking heed to what the men were telling you. It's going to be what? It says 11, there is a crying for wine in the streets. And it's going to be all of our people that's looking for it because, you know, they drive by us, they see us, they walk by us, and they don't think nothing of it. They think that they can always have tomorrow to get right with the Lord, all right? But that's not going to be the case. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. Yeah, that same joy that you had when you were playing and dancing on robots and going out and having fun and smiling and giggling and having a good time on your Sunday brunch. All that joy that you had is going to be what? It says all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. We see in the beginning stages now. We see in the northern kingdom, you know, Israelites seeing that mirth that they thought that they were exempt from being what? Taken away. And now the southern kingdom as well. All right, because at first it was we just coming after the illegal migrants, which they tried to put the poster child as being what? The northern kingdom. But amongst the northern kingdom being rounded up, they rounding up Jake as well, the southern kingdom. All right. So things ain't going to get any easier anytime soon. They're just going to get worse. So all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And when you try to find answers and you try to come look for answers, we're going to tell you not so. We don't have time to sit here and go through the whole scriptures with you precept by precept in this time. We're going to be looking to save our own, you know, highs, you know, working out our own salvation as it put it in Philippians. Work out thy own salvation with fear and trembling. You think we're going to have enough time to tell you and catch you up to speed? Not so. We're going to tell you what. Let's read it after this right here. This is Philippians 2:12. It reads, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. See? We ain't going to have no, you know, time to sit here and catch you up to speed and you come knocking on our doors or you find us, or, oh yeah, I remember you that person that was on the corner of such and such. What's going on, man? Nah, we ain't got time for that. We're going to tell you the what. Go to those that sell. Let's read it. Matthew, is it 23 or 24, 25? This is Matthew 25, verse 9. Because this is likened to 10 virgins. 5 was foolish and 5 was wise. The 5 that were foolish took not enough oil in their lamps. So when the bridegroom came, they what? They weren't prepared. So they went to the 5 virgins that were wise and asked for their oil, their truth. And the 5 virgins that were wise says, but the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. See, we ain't going to have time in that day to sit down and break scriptures, break bread with you and show you and get you caught up with the truth. All right? We're going to be working out our own salvation. Unless the Lord is dealing with you, you're going to be through, man. Unless the Lord really have mercy and put you in the direction or the path of a man of the Lord to go into it and show you these things, your faith is going to be based on what you have at that time. And if you don't have no faith, you ain't going to make it. All right? It says, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves, right? Go to those that you thought were more important than receiving this truth when you had the time openly and freely to do so. Go to those restaurants that provided you with brunch, that provided you with wine and a song when you had all the time in the world to seek Yahweh. That's who you need to go to. Go to these false pastors and preachers that's telling you that the mark of the beast is something other than what it is. Go to them. Ask them what should be your next course of action. All right? Those that you claim are sent from God and Jesus, those are who you need to go to. Don't come looking for the men of the Lord for solutions and answers, all right? Because we've been telling you that right now, all right? And you don't want to listen. You want to dance up on a robot. You see? You want to do everything else other than what the Lord tells you to. So go to those that what? It says, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. See? Do and take their directives, their orders, what they're going to tell you to do. We told you not to take the mark of the beast. We told you what it was. All right? But we would deem hate group. We would deem radical. We would deem, racist, whatever else you want to put us under. Okay? So when all hell breaks loose, which it will, which we're seeing early stages of it right now, don't come looking for answers when you don't got no other choice but to look for answers from us. All right? Go to those that sell and buy for yourselves. Take the directives and orders for them. Go to your Creflo Dollars. Go to your T.D. Jakes, your Joel Osteens. Go to your certain Israelite groups that don't tell you what the mark of the beast is. IUIC, ISUPK. These groups that don't tell you that the mark of the beast is without a doubt the RFID microchip. They want to leave room for doubt to be opened up. It could be that. It could be this. Is it or isn't it? All right? Go to those and buy. All right? That's going to be your only option in that day unless the Lord has mercy on you and put you in line with a man of the Lord that understands and that can show you these things. Outside of that, you're just going to have to be right where you at when it comes to pass. Okay? So let's go ahead and close up with 1 Peter 5:8, which reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. He wants you distracted. He wants you having a good time. He wants you enjoying yourself. Because in that act alone is going to be the same act that distracts you from what's to come. All right? He wants you distracted. He wants you having wine with a song. He wants you not taking heed to the word. He wants you dancing up on robots, all right, for kicks and giggles and laughs and Instagram stories and TikTok stories so you can share with your girls. That's what he wants, okay? And he understands our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, so that's what he's going to get for the 2/3 of our people, but not the elect. Beginning with the 144,000 and then the innumerable number, the men, women, and children. Okay? So we understand that the time that we are coming into is severely, what's the word? It's severely, the times that we coming into are severely times that you don't want to be, without your hedge of protection. All right? Just going to leave it like that. Okay? So you've been warned to be sober and be vigilant. All right? And not to be foolish and thinking that this ain't going to come to pass. All right? Because it is going to come to pass. And either you're going to be prepared or you ain't. Those are the only two options. So it says, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right? Keep on playing around, keep on having a good time, and then all hell's going to break loose and you ain't going to know what to do. All right? And that's right where this devil wants you at. So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We're almost home. Shalom. Peace.